So I've learned that a man will date a less good-looking woman if he's respected, honored, she submits to him, he can trust her, and she knows how to love, facilitate, and nurture him. And she can provide peace and not a headache. She could be his promised land and not his wilderness.
Whoa, wait a minute. How long did it take Dr. Cheyenne Bryant to actually figure this out? Because men have been saying this for a long time. This woman is close to 50, which means she's very close to being a grandmother. Now, the reason I'm asking that is because women often have a hard time either believing what a man is saying, or they just are not listening to what a man tells the woman that he actually wants. But my question for you guys today is, why are women struggling to figure out what a man will date versus what a man will marry? Comment your thoughts under this video. Today's going to be a very interesting conversation, so here we go. Before we do that, let me introduce myself. My name is Bertrand. I am the coolest dude on the planet. Confidence and clarity is the goal, so here we go.
So I've learned that a man will date a less good-looking woman if he's respected, honored, she submits to him, he can trust her, and she knows how to love, facilitate, and nurture him. And she can provide peace and not a headache. She could be his promised land and not his wilderness.
This is what men have been saying for the longest time. I'm just wondering how long it took for her to figure that out, because she's close to 50.
And let me go further. I know more absolutely drop-dead gorgeous women who are unwed, single, than I know women who are mediocre looking, body is okay, but they are married, taken care of, and got a whole husband and a family. Let's keep it real, Lisa. That's the truth. You got more mediocre women who are married than drop-dead gorgeous fine women.
That's so true. Why?
Couple things. A lot of times when a woman is aesthetically absolutely drop-dead gorgeous and well put together, that means she had to do less work where? Internally.
Oh, interesting.
A lot of times when women are...
Meaning she's dead inside. I just met a woman like this and it was crazy.
Or maybe haven't always been, the most beautiful one in the room, the most attractive one. They've had to do more work where? Internally. Because they have to figure out, well, if my value isn't here, then I gotta have value somewhere.
She's got to find value somewhere, whether that value is internally or on the complete outside. Why are women struggling to figure out why a man would only date a woman versus marrying a woman? The simple answer is women are listening to other women give them horrible advice. And I mean horrible advice.
So what I do is I date multiples.
Okay.
And I keep my options open. That allows the person who believes he's the one to step up to the plate, because you already know there's competition. I make it known,
Think about it. This woman has been giving women advice for the longest time.
Bad together. No sex. No sex. Because you both have what the Bible says marriage requires, discipline. To take a bath together.
Hey.
And have a conversation.
And she said she just figured out that men would rather date a mediocre woman versus a drop-dead gorgeous woman. Now, why is that? Well, once again, another simple answer. A lot of women have decided to sell themselves. A lot of women have realized that we're no longer in survival. Now we're experiencing different levels of comfort. Different levels of comfort, meaning, are you just getting by? Are you maintaining a pretty decent life? Or are you living a comfortable life of luxury? The majority of women want to live a comfortable life of luxury. It is no longer nowhere near surviving. And some women are still dealing with men who are surviving, but they feel like they can do better. Here's the thing. They might be able to do better, but the question always is, can they do better? Well, the one thing that they have to do is they have to stop listening to other women. The reason why is because what men value versus what women value is two completely different things. For instance, value is something that is desirable, something that has importance, something that has a high monetary value, where women are kind of just in like what I would call like more of a selfish thing. Like, I'm a person, I have a box, and I am a woman, therefore I am valuable. Now, I won't disagree with that, but I guess we have to say now there's levels to how valuable a woman actually is. And men actually notice, for instance, what men value: one, a woman's looks; two, the way that woman treats the man; three, her personality. Can she get along with others? And number four, her accomplishments and her mindset. The reason that's always last is because who's going to get the blame when things go wrong? Is the woman going to get the blame, or is the man going to get the blame? Well, you've guessed it. If you guessed any at all, men are going to get the blame. So he doesn't care that much about what she's done unless it contributes to his overall vision, or somehow in some way it helps him and what he's looking to do. Now, since we're talking about looks and being drop dead gorgeous, let's go ahead and jump into that, because the way men see it is completely different from how women see it. Most times I'm always asking a woman, like, are you blind? Like, can you see, or are you just lying? Like, are you just telling me that this woman is pretty or gorgeous or drop dead gorgeous because you think that she's a good woman, right? Like, and when I say you think she's a good woman, this has nothing to do with how she treats the man. This has nothing to do with how she gets along with others, right? Or maybe it does have a lot to do with how she gets along with others. But my point is, the majority of men that are honest will say that a 10 does not exist. And if the 10 does exist, the majority of men do not have access to this woman. Probably never see her unless you just see her, somewhere online. But with that being said, there is a such thing as 9s, 8s, and 9s, right? And that's what the majority of men will settle for. Now, again, when it comes to that scale of what a man actually values, there's things that he'll settle on, or these things will make a woman go up or down, right? For instance, if she's a 8 or a 9, but the way she treats him is terrible, there's only so long that he can deal with that. Now, when you're young, or if you've never had that, then you're willing to put up with more. You're willing to deal with more things. But if you've had those type of women before, like if you've had 8s and 9s, you are probably looking for something a little more interesting, right? You're looking for something that's a lot less stressful. A lot of women who are attractive, especially when they have become newly attractive, right? Newly attractive meaning they just now became attractive. She just got the BBL. She just got her hair done. She plastered the makeup on her face. She got the face fillers. She got her body reshaped, right? Now, when she steps into a room, everybody's looking like, oh my gosh, right? I don't say these things to shame women, because I've heard women say that I'm talking ish about women. But what I'm doing is bringing a reality to women that they need. The reasons that they're struggling is because they're listening to other women. When you treat men a certain way and then you actually run into the man that has the money, that man is going to treat you a certain way because he only views you a certain way. I've seen women talk about only dating men with all of this money, and dating men that can only that will take them on trips and do all these special or spectacular things. But what we rarely see and hear is that that woman actually married the man that she cherishes, married the man that she respects, married the man that she is going to be loyal to. We rarely see that. Speaking of rare, there are three things that are extremely rare. Number one, finding an attractive person. Number two, getting the commitment where the person is actually loyal. And number three, having somebody that is rich and wealthy. The difference between rich and wealthy is really simple. Rich means you have a lot of money. You may have $20 million. Wealthy means you may have $20 million in assets that bring you about $50,000 per month. Now, I know some people, I just threw numbers out there so you guys can kind of get an understanding as we continue to move along throughout this talk. Now, something that I notice a lot of women or women who have become attractive, like really soon, they weren't attractive their entire lives. Like they went and got everything done, their hair, their makeup, their bodies, right? Their faces, the chin lifts, the neck pullbacks, right? Like all of those different things. Some of those women believe that they're supposed to have a certain attitude towards men, meaning some women think that men want a woman that's a bitch.
I was a selfish in my marriage. I've been divorced now almost 4 years, but I was married to my ex-husband 16 years and with him 18 years. And again, I was a selfish. Nothing was ever good enough. I took him for granted.
Men do not want a woman that's going to stress them out. Men do not want women that are a bitch. Now, let me say this. There are some men who actually enjoy that, but those women will not enjoy that relationship, meaning they will eventually want out of that relationship because at some point in time it's going to be too toxic, because that man is probably going to be the man who's going to be a major cheater on that woman. But it also makes you think, do women actually want good men? Because if women really wanted good men, then they wouldn't disrespect the good guys. They would be looking to be loyal, honor, cherish those good guys. But we see it in reverse most of the times. We see that the good guys are the ones who get disrespected the most. Now, what men will marry versus what they will just date. This really depends on the man. Where is he in his life? Has he been married before? Is he looking to get married? Is he looking to build a family? Those are important questions because that is going to determine what he actually wants to do. Let me go ahead and say this. There are men who will marry a woman just based on her looks because she is so beautiful and he can't stop looking at her and she's just everything physically. Then you have men who say, you know what? I've had those women before. Those women are absolutely dead inside. So when I do come across a woman who continues to tell me that she's masculine, and I'm looking at her and I'm like, well, I want you to know that I'm not interested in a woman that's masculine, because if you're masculine and I'm masculine, that means that we're going to continue. That means we're going to always clash. We're going to bump heads. You have men who will come down in looks in order to go up for treatment, meaning I would rather have a woman treat me extremely well than for that woman to be super high on the attractive scale but treat me like I'm not into that. My mind will not let me rap. Like, my mind can't really perceive that as a possible possibility for me, because I know how I am, and I know that there's only so long that I can tolerate disrespect. The reason lust is so important is because in order for children to be put on the planet, men cannot be in their logical minds all the time, because if he's in his logical mind the entire time, he's not going to want to have children with this woman who's out here sharing herself with every single man on the planet. He's not going to want to be with the woman that's actually selling herself to the highest bidder. A man's logical mind will not allow him to do that, because he realizes that she is not his, and he's going to question if those children are his. Then he's going to notice that there are a lot of women who will pin a baby on another man. Now, I actually do have a story of a woman who told me once we were, doing what grown-ups do, that she actually had a boyfriend and that she actually wanted a baby, but she wanted me to get her pregnant, and she would just pass off the baby as his, right? The guy that she's in a relationship with. And I was like, you do know I'm divorced, and you do know I have 2 children of my own that I'm raising on my own. You do know that I'm a single father, right? I would not put a child in that type of position where, come on. I mean, that just let me know that there are some women out here who are who don't have your best interests in mind. But I got a question for you. What do you think? Comment your thoughts under this video. Thank you for checking out this video, and make sure you like and subscribe to the channel for more confidence and clarity. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.